Oh, hello. This is part two in my new series called I think it's called Traditional British Food, something like that. Anyway, I decided to do a famous and old-fashioned uh dish. It's a pudding and it's called spotted dick. And I'm not going to be making it because it takes hours. You have to steam it in a pudding bowl or basin and cover it with baking paper and tie it up with string. I think you have to suspend it above the water. I'm not sure. I've never made it myself. Alright. It's not easy to make. I think once you've made it once, then it becomes easier. Right, spotted dick. There's a horrible picture here in black and white. But don't worry, I've got the real thing. Convenience. Auntie's delicious spotted dick, sultana and raisin, steamed steamed puddings, and there's two. I'm just obviously going to have one. I'm going to put that in the microwave for 41 seconds. I know that sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? 41, well, not 40. Um, I've never seen this before, but the wattage they've given for this is 1,100. Oh, well, that's a that's a powerful microwave. And I thought, are they going to start making all microwaves that powerful? Because usually it's like 900 at the most, isn't it? It's usually 700, 800, and 900, and 800 seems to be the most common one in this country anyway, the wattage. Alright, I'm going to be putting that in the microwave, and I'm going to put that in the microwave as well. I know, I'm not making custard. I hate making custard using custard powder. It always goes lumpy. It either goes lumpy or it burns. It sticks to the bottom of the pan and burns. So I'll buy it ready made. Okay, I hardly ever buy custard though, but I do like it, and I'll be heating up that good quality custard up in the microwave as well, and I'm going to do it now. We're back in a jiffy. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, don't know what I was waiting for. Okay, and this hasn't got suet in, by the way, so it's suitable for vegetarians and people that can't eat. I don't know what suet they usually use in the old-fashioned days, but it tells you in the old-fashioned days, in the olden days. I'll tell you more about suet in a minute because this is what used to be called a suet pudding, and there's quite a few. And Britain are very famous for their puddings. Oh God, how are you gonna say it? What am I gonna do? I'll have to put the laptop on the table, I think. Yeah, fully charged. So, everything's a palaver these days. Like that. But I'm just gonna switch it off. You see it all right? There. The colour's not that great. It's brown and it's got I can see raisins and sultanas in it. There. Alright. I want to eat it before it gets cold. I haven't eaten today and I'm really hungry. So I'm going to pour this custard. Doesn't feel too hot. Put the bits of spotted dick together and then pour the custard on it. I don't think I need all of that. There. And now for the taste test. I'm trying to eat it in a way that if my sister doesn't like the sound of chewing or people eating, the sound of people eating, she doesn't like it. So I hope that when I play this video back, I can't hear it, but I reckon I'll be able to hear it. I'll have to give a warning as well because a lot of people have got it. I think it's called misophonia. It's delicious. It's not like the one I used to get at school dinners. No, that was really stodgy. Really stodgy. Full of suet. This is different flavour. So it's not really that traditional. I could actually have a go at making my own one. But there's a few things I'd have to buy in order to make it. I mean, not just the ingredients, but I'd need to buy a pudding bowl or basin. I'll need to buy a cooking string, or maybe I can just use normal string. I don't know. I'll find out. But I think it takes quite a few hours to steam it in a pan of boiling water. You bring it to a simmer. I think you put the lid on the saucepan and you just steam it, but you must make sure that no water goes into the pudding and that it's ruined. What people used to do in the old days was wrap it in like this cloth, pudding cloth. I don't know what material it was made from, but they used to put it in there, in a clean one, obviously, and that could be reused again when they make more puddings. Apparently, my grandmother, my English grandmother, she used to make puddings like this all the time, and her puddings were meant to be very good, but I never got to try them. Mm. If you're British and you're watching this video, which aren't Bess's by the way, and it's not in the chilled, in the freezer, it's not in the fridge, it's just on the shelves. Just have a look for it. It's not just in Sainsbury's, but most British supermarkets probably sell this. So look for it. It's near the custard. And the jellies. It's so delicious. It really is. Mmm. I can taste cinnamon. Alright. Alright, I'll tell you what suet is, but you don't have to worry because it's not in this one. It's in a traditional one, though. Suet is the raw, hard fat of beef, lamb, or mutton found around the loins and kidneys. The primary use of suet is to make tallow, although it is also used as an ingredient in cooking, especially in traditional baked puddings, such as British Christmas pudding. I forgot about Christmas pudding. I love Christmas pudding. Suet is made into tallow. I think tallow is what you make candles from, or what you used to, or they still make it with tallow. The people that make candles, that is. I don't know. Probably not. No, they probably don't use suet. Tallow in a process called rendering, which involves melting fats and extended simmering, followed by straining, then cooling. That's not really important to the pudding, the tallow. Alright. Spotted dick, and this is from Wikipedia. It's also known as spotted dog or railway cake. Didn't know that. I've got to small. There's no way my sister's going to be able to watch this video. Mm. Yeah, spotted dick is a traditional British steamed pudding, historically made with suet and dried fruit, usually currants or raisins, and often served with custard. Non-traditional variants include recipes that replace suet with other fats, such as butter, or that include eggs to make something similar to a sponge pudding or cake. I think it's actually better without the suet. Yeah, because it did have a sort of particular flavour that some people probably don't like. Oh no, no, it's difficult to describe, but it has a distinctive flavour. But I sort of liked it though, even though I didn't like it. I liked it. It's weird. Can't explain it. Alright. The reason it's called spotted is because it's got dried fruit in it. And the word dick refers to pudding. In the late 19th century, in late 19th century Huddersfield, oh, I just bit my tongue. For instance, a glossary of local terms stated dick plain pudding, if with treacle sauce, treacle dick. This sense of dick may be related to the word dough. In the variant name spotted dog, dog is a variant form of dough. That doesn't make any sense to me. So, what is dick? Is it a word that they started using in 19th century Huddersfield? No, I think no one really knows where the name Dick came from. Although maybe it came from dough and it sort of mutated into Dick. So no, don't understand it. I might try and find out some information about how it got the name Dick and the etymology of the words because Wikipedia doesn't really give a very good example. A lot of these words we don't know the history of them. We don't know how they came about. It's just a mystery. So really, I think it's a mystery how this became called Dick or even dog. I mean, dog does sound more like dough than Dick. Dick doesn't sound nothing like dough. Uh, this is first tested in Alexis Sayers' The Modern Housewife or Menagere, published in 1849, in which he described a recipe for plum bolster or spotted dick. Roll out 2 pounds of paste. Have some Smyrna raisins well washed. Blah blah blah. Doesn't. That's all it says. So I mentioned it. Alexis Sayers, wasn't he a very famous chef? So maybe it was in 1849 that it was first mentioned in a book by Alexis Sayers. I think he was French, a famous chef. The name Spotted Dog first. Oh, this is weird. Oh yeah, the name Spotted Dog. Well, I've never even heard that term before until today. First appeared in 1855. This name, along with railway cake, is most common in Ireland, where it is made more similar to a soda bread loaf with the addition of currants. There's not a lot of information on spotted dick, is there? It's a shame. I might have to end the video. And I haven't even finished. Yeah. There's no more to say on spotted dick. Just the only thing I can say that I enjoyed it at school. We didn't eat it at home. I don't think my mum ever even attempted to make a suet pudding. What did she make a Christmas pudding? No, I don't think she did. No, she didn't. She didn't. Can't remember. I'll have to ask her. But I don't think she ever made the Christmas pudding. I mean, everyone bought them, didn't they? No, hardly anyone made them. In the old days, they did. Yeah, in the old days. I suppose people stopped making those types of puddings. Mainly, maybe old people carried on to the 70s and 80s. Elderly women or men. No, it'd be mainly women. Um, but I think it probably went out of fashion. Um, or people just bought it ready made, especially Christmas pudding. That was probably the first one to be made commercially. and that was probably available in the 60s. I'm not sure about the 50s, but the 1960s definitely. What was I going to say? Yeah, I went to school in the 1980s, secondary school in the 80s, late 70s, 77 to 84. And we had, with the school dinners, there was usually about 2 or 3 times a week, you could get spotted dick or jam roly-poly and treacle pudding. Treacle pudding. I think there was a chocolate pudding as well, suet pudding as well. There was quite a few. Let's just say there was quite a few. And we loved the puddings. We really did. All my friends liked the puddings as well. But the puddings we didn't like were tapioca. Well, they're not puddings. You can't call tapioca pudding. I don't know what you would call it. It was just a mess, basically. It was like loose, like liquid. No, it was semi-solid. It was just sludge, basically. Made from tapioca. There was no... Yeah, they put sugar in it, obviously, but it was horrible. Is that the one that looked like frog spawn? Yeah, I think it was the one that looked like frog spawn. Semolina, that's a type of wheat, isn't it? Um, so that was horrible as well. Didn't have much taste. It was boring. And there was rice pudding, which I absolutely loathed. But if I was hungry, because I was hungry a lot when I was a kid, and kids do get hungry, don't they? I occasionally forced myself to have rice pudding, and they'd give you a spoonful of jam, strawberry or raspberry jam, and that helped to sort of improve the flavour. Yeah, we used to get nice afters, but we called them puddings. Anything that was eaten after the meal, a sweet dish, was called a pudding, even if it was prawns. Yeah, tinned prawns, stewed prawns. I think they were out for tin actually. But I used to like the prawns, but no one else did. Only me. mm. And there was this cornflake like tart. That was delicious. And it was really sticky. It was like a treacle tart, but with cornflakes in it. Mm. And there was this other tart that had this like pink, can't describe it. It was like a spongy sort of texture. It looked smooth though, but it wasn't, it was light. It was light in the mouth, airy, light and airy. And I think it was made with something called Angel Delight, which you got out of a packet and whisked it up with milk and let it set. You can still buy it now. Angel Delight. Most British people love it or loved it. And I think this tart was made with Angel Delight. That's what I think. I'm not sure. I think it had a jam layer on top of this thin pastry tart, pastry case. And I think there was a thin layer of jam. And I think before it set, before the Angel Delight set, it was poured into the case. And then, it was already cooked, the case. So I think that was how it was made, but I never got to know the name of it. I never got to know the name of it. The only thing I can describe it as, really, is gypsy tart, which is a Kentish dish. And that is like made from a pastry case as well. You can get small ones or you can get bigger ones. Thin pastry case, it has short crust, I think. Yeah, short crust, quite shallow. And with the gypsy tart, it's similar to the pink tart that I was mentioning. Similar, but it had more of a burnt sort of butter flavour or caramel, a dark caramel flavour. Yeah, very rich caramel flavour. Um, which you can still buy, but if you live outside Kent, it's very difficult to get hold of them. It's like cob nuts. They're Kentish as well, and I think they're very difficult to get hold of outside Kent too. Not sure. Mm. Yeah, I love gypsy tart. Yeah, can't get it in the supermarket, so one of them. I think one of them did them. What's that supermarket? Asda's. Asda. I think Asda did it for a while. Did them for a while. I'm not sure. But if you go to any like places in Kent that are for tourists, if you see a bakery shop, they'll usually have uh what's it called again? Yeah, gypsy tarts. I don't know why they call gypsy tarts, but I won't be making a video on that unless I buy some. But I usually have to go somewhere like touristy in Kent to get them. Oh no, there is another place nearby that sells them. So yeah, I might be making a video on gypsy tarts in the future. I've waffled on a lot, haven't I? Oh, that was really nice. Really, really nice. Yeah, Aunt Bess's. Look out for it. Spotted dick. And I haven't cut my hair off or anything. Got a small ponytail. I hope you like this video. Um, yeah, look out for it. But obviously, if you're from abroad, which you probably are, well, I think most of my subscribers are American at the moment, or viewers. Um, but there's a lot of people from countries like Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and India. They're not going to be able to get hold of this. I very much doubt it. Um, you could maybe get it on Amazon. I don't know. I seem to be able to get anything on Amazon. So look for it on Amazon if you can afford to, because it's not cheap. All right then, that's a treat. That's not something I would eat every day. I'd like to, but I won't. But then, better say goodbye because I'm getting tired now because of the carbs. Yeah, I'm definitely not on the keto diet, am I? All right then. I don't know what the next thing will be, but I'll think of something. I've got a list actually, so I'll make another one of these videos soon because it's been a while since I've made. So I made the first one, oh, quite a few months, about 2 months ago or more, I think. So I'll try and fit in another one soon. All right then. Take care. Bye.